It is an absolutely amazing building.
I'll always feel a connection to it.
It's an iconic building.
It still is the hub of Dublin. If you were drawing an X in the middle of Dublin, that's where you would draw it.
So we moved from Foster Place to a building out in Fleet Street first. Then we moved from there to Fitzwilton House. Then we moved from there to Mespel Road, and that was just before we came back into Dame Street.
I actually watched it being built from the ground up at the bus stop across the road. I always felt I don't want to go in there because you would see it literally, the floors being brought up from the bottom and bolted into place, and it just didn't look stable. Obvious, very stable, because Stevenson got an award for it.
Well, it was very different to anything we had experienced before. There was an official opening ceremony on the 8th of December 1979.
One of the biggest surprises when I came into Dame Street was the lack of computers. At that stage, individuals did not have their own computer on their desk.
Ní raibh ríomhre os cóir gach duine a bhí ag obair I roinn a ríomhairí. Na daoine a bhí ag obair ag scríb clóracha ríomhaireacht ag an am sin, bhí timpeall seisireacha agus bhí gá ríomhre le roinnt atartha agus bhí ar a seansanna a ghlacha clómhúlaisteach na clóracha a bhí scríte acu ar pápéir speisialta.
Each floor got one computer, an IBM, no mouse of course.
So it stayed there for about a month in its wrapping because none of us knew what to do with it.
The IBM had to be backed up every Friday. It took about 40 or 50 floppy disks to back up each PC. The canteen when I started was one of the best parts of it. I remembered the thick green carpet on the floor, and there was a coffee station at the back where Charlotte used to work, and she made the best coffees you've ever tasted.
Food was always amazing. If I remember correctly, I think it was 66p for my main course, which my mother thought was great value. And she never wanted to feed me again after that. She said, you have that restaurant, you can go there.
We had tea ladies. Even today when I hear cups banging off each other, you know, I think back to the tea ladies.
Everybody waited with great anticipation for that sound.
People stopped, did the crosswords, had a chat for a proper tea break. And really before we heard terms like collaborate and share, actually we were doing it then. You got to know each other, you'd have a problem, you'd share what it is, and people would really help out and look out for you. What I would really miss with Dame Street is probably something similar to other people, the shopping, being in the heart of the city.
The ability to walk out the door at lunchtime and go to Tower Records and flick through CDs very easily.
I'll certainly miss Keogh's, the coffee, the cherry and almond scones. I'll miss navigating my way through the plaza and all the different people meeting up and walking up the steps when people are sunning themselves.
Is it going to be a wrench? It'll certainly be a wrench for me. I think no matter how long I'm gone out to this building, I'll always look at it and remember 20 brilliant years of working with the bank and really growing up as a person.
Das mar súsla chéad in áir éire. Bhí mar go léir timpeall néideach feithin ar a thosnaí mar sa bhanc. Bhí na kosher 21st againn timpeall na Hamacéine, the fós mar go léir timpeall na Hamacéine, thosnaí na páistí teachtar an saoil tríd na Hamacéine, agus in ish bhí muid a caint faoi 21st ar báistí agus Debs agus na scrúdathe go léir go mín siad ag dul tríd.
In 5 or 6 years' time when I'm walking along the quays, I'll still have a very strong hankering to go back and be able to walk in through the door of Dame Street and just see, are those doors still there and is the light fitting still working?
We're now in a new place. We have to embrace that as best we can. And I think we all will have to change.
I've been here 29 years now, longer than I've ever lived anywhere, so it is my second home, if you like. I'll always wonder what it's like inside. The places that I sat, who's sitting there now. Yeah, it'll always be part of me.
It's a constant story that, you know, life goes on, we get bigger, we change, we move, we grow at the times. It's a mixed emotion, but I'm glad to be part of it.